Hello, and welcome to another episode of Burger Town Garage. Today, what we are doing is I've got my cheap labor here. We are going to be doing some maintenance. I've got an air filter. I've got oil and an oil filter. I've also got, what else did I get? Something simple. I also got a cabin air filter. So, nothing too exciting. We're just going to do a couple things, check some stuff. This car has been solid since I put the radiator in it. And as far as I know, it has not been leaking or anything, so. I also may do a rotation on the wheels because these are a little bit loud. I think something might be wrong with them. But, anyways, let's get started. And so, here we have the idea here. So I've got this little Harbor Freight little oil fluid pumper thing. I can't remember. I think it was like somewhere around 60 to 100 bucks. This one was significantly more expensive. But let's not talk about that. But this is just some clear plastic nylon tubing running down into the dipstick. And I did check, and we did have oil line all the way up to max. So that PCV valve that I changed a while back, I don't think I even took a video of it. That did end up fixing that. So big kudos to that. That fixed our oil leak here on the timing cover. And yeah, so we'll go ahead and pump this out, and then once he gets a little farther, I'll start getting the oil filter out, which I have the replacement here. I ended up getting a MicroGuard Select. Oh, this isn't a Select at all, is it? What the hell? Anyways, so I got the MicroGuard oil filter because I've heard that Wix and oil and MicroGuard are basically the same thing now. Or at least they come from the same factory. And O'Reilly's did not have the Wix in stock, so I got the MicroGuard instead. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me in the ass. So, yeah. We will be back when we are done here. Alright, next thing I'm going to do while he's pumping the oil out, I'm going to get these screws off here and take this mass airflow sensor connector off, and then get this clamp off, then pull this whole assembly off and get the filter out and get it changed. Hey, all of these screws on here, there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Jeez, that's too many screws. 8 screws are all going to be T25s. Get those out and we'll... oh, and also on the clamp, I usually just get a pair of pliers, you know, some that'll compress it all the way to get it off there, but then when you let it spring back open, you just let the pliers hold them, and you know, that way you can just grab the pliers, move it back, and clamp it. Okay, here we have the old oil or air filter, I should say. This was in it when I got it back in August or September, and it's looking a little crusty. I think this is either a K&N or one of those K&N knockoffs. I don't really feel like messing with that, so I'm just going to run a plain old paper filter. Never really had a problem with them, and obviously it's what came in the car. Now, ideally, you would get the man filter or whatever came with the car itself, but these MicroGuard Select ones aren't too bad. They've got, you know, a little bit of foam on the bottom, and they've got the paper and all that. So you're going to check down here, make sure you don't have any foreign debris. This here, if it's the same as it was in my Audi, this is a snow kind of filter thing. It keeps snow from clogging up the bottom of your air filter. Don't quote me on that, but that's just what I've heard. So, anyways, get that pressed down on there and get this thing put back on. Okay, so let me set this here. We're going to go ahead and replace the cabin filter now. So cabin filter is in here. This is underneath the glove box, or I guess forward of the glove box. It's held in with these little plastic screws here. And then I'm told you just need to grab this foam and just move it out of the way, like so. And then let me get my head down here, and then this, I'm not sure if you guys can see this, but this, ooh, is the filter housing. That was dusty. That's probably a good thing, right? And then go ahead and pull the filter out. There's the old filter. Lots of crap in there, just loads of it. Which, I mean, good and bad. Bad that it's on there, but good that it was all caught by the filter. Anyways, let's get the new one out. We can compare them. Here's the old one and the new one. I imagine they were both the same color at some point. Which is kind of gross. This one's nice. It has a nice little piece of paper on there. This one, oh, this may have had paper on there at some point, but this is a man filter. This may have been original to the car. I'm not sure, but this one, yeah, it's made in China. But, you know, it is what it is. With these filters, you can never be totally sure if you're getting Chinese filters or not. And this one, I didn't really pay the best attention of which direction it came out. I want to say it was this way. Let me double check that real quick. Yes, okay. It was like this. So that should fit up in there like here, just like this. Just kind of work it up in there, left and right. Okay, and once we get that in there, we can take this door, and somehow get this crap in here with one hand. Damn, okay, I'm gonna need both hands for this. Okay, got all of this foam down here tucked back up and got the screws back on, and that is cabin air filter done. Admittedly, not the easiest cabin filter I've ever installed before. How's it going, Garrett? Good. Well, looks like my help has fled, and I am relegated to pumping duty, which is fine because I've already done the air filter and the cabin filters, so just keep pumping like this and until I'm done, I guess. Really wish this had an air nozzle or like a vacuum or some kind of port where I could automate this somewhat rather than doing it all manually, but you know, it is what it is, and it beats the hell out of taking the skid plate off the bottom and taking off the drain plug and replacing the seal and all that stuff. So I'll take this. And I don't suspect there's any metal pieces in there, so yeah, there shouldn't be any surprises with this oil change at all. If you'll ignore the road noise, we got my CC up here. We've got the pending sale Subaru here, and today we are here to work on this. No, I'm not buying it. I wish. But this is, I want to say, a 2010 Evo X. I believe it's an MR, but I'm not positive. Let me I just walked past it. You think I'd know these things. Yeah, it is an MR. I have no idea what that stands for. But he had an issue where he ran into some cabinetry on the road, and he said it messed up his bodywork, although I don't see anything wrong with it. But he does have some oil leaking underneath, so we're here to try to figure out what is leaking and where. Use my borescope, man.